Hey everybody! Happy Math Monday! Hope you guys had a great weekend and hope that your wonderful mamas had an awesome Mother's Day. Today is our very last Math Monday because next week it will be, we're going to do something fun, something different on Monday because it will be our last class. So, are you guys ready to dive in and learn a little bit about money, counting money, what money looks like, and maybe just a little bit of how to add coins and money together using our wonderful skill of skip counting or counting by fives and by 10. So that's what we're going to do today. Before we get started, you need to go grab some coins. So look around. Do you have a money jar like this? I feel like most people do. It's a place where you collect coins, maybe from pockets, spare change. Go grab your money jar, or if you don't have that, see if someone in your house has these coins. These are the ones we're going to talk about today. The penny, 1 cent, nickel, 5 cent, dime, 10 cent, or also we're going to do a quarter, which is 25 cents. So go see if you can wrangle up some coins, push the pause button, and I'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, did you get your coins? I hope you did. Let's get started. What is the coin or the metal money, you could say, the coin that you see the most often? What is that called? In fact, if I look in my money jar and pour some out, I have more than anything this little copper piece. What is this called? A penny! You are right! And pennies, my goodness, they're everywhere because they're the smallest amount of money you can get. They're only worth 1 cent. The smallest amount of money you can get. What comes next? After we have the penny, what's the next coin that you can find? Do you know? It is also something you can find a lot of, and it's this one. It's a different color. It's silver. And if I look at the size, it's definitely bigger. There's a different, let's see if my board, you can see it better. It has a different face on it right here. So bigger, different color, different face. And this one is worth 5 cents. So what exactly does that mean? Well, it means if you collected 5 pennies, which is worth 1, if you collected 5 pennies, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and each one of those pennies is worth 1 cent, you would have enough for this coin, which is the nickel. It is worth 5 pennies. Yes. All right. So now we have the penny. We have the nickel. I'm going to give you a second to see if you can find a penny and a nickel. Did you find them? Good. Now we're going to go on. What's the next coin that you can find? I'll give you a hint. It's the same color as the nickel, but it's smaller. Do you know what that is? I'm going to look in my pile here and see if I can find. Oh, I see one in my jar. See if I can find the next coin, which is, I'm going to have to dig a little bit. Well, while you're looking, I'm looking, and I think I've seen one. It's so tiny, they kind of get hidden. It's this one. This is the next coin we're going to talk about. Now, let's see how it compares. Here's the penny. This sure looks smaller. It's tiny bit smaller. I can still see the copper color of the penny. It is definitely smaller than this one, but the same color. This is a dime. Same color. The smallest, smaller than a penny, has another different face on it. And this one is worth 10 cents. So what does that mean? If the nickel was worth 5 pennies, how many pennies would it take to earn a dime? 10. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pennies equals a dime. Yes. Now, you guys have been we were working on counting by fives. I can also count by fives and use another kind of money. I can use a nickel to make 10 cents. So if I had a nickel, that's 5, how many nickels would it take to equal 10? 5, 10. Yes, so it would take 2 nickels to equal 1 dime. Why? Because nickels are worth 5 cents. So let me show you. Here's 5 and here's 5. So I can make this dime with 10 pennies or 2 dimes. Now, those are pretty much the standard money that we talk about when you are in kindergarten. These 3. The penny, what's it worth? 1 cent. The nickel, 5 cents. The dime, 10 cents. But this is something you see a lot of too. And this is the one that I feel kids and people want most, because this is going to buy you the sodas, the bubble gums, the video games, and this is a quarter. A quarter is worth 25 cents. So there's a lot of ways to make 25 cents using the coins that we already have introduced. So let's take a look at the quarter. Can I find another quarter, I wonder? I might just have to look at the one that I put on my board. The quarter is the biggest. Goodness, there we go. A quarter is the biggest. It again has a different face. It's the same color as the dime and the nickel, but a quarter has this really cool, I don't know if you can see it, but it has kind of ridges on the outside. So you could just know by feeling it that it is different than the rest of it. Now, how many pennies do you think it's going to take to make a quarter? If a quarter is 25, how many pennies? Yes, 25. So let me write that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. This many pennies! 25 pennies would equal 1 quarter. But there's other ways to equal 25 cents. How many nickels would it take to make 25 cents? Let's see if we can count by fives and figure it out. You ready? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. How many fives was that? Let's do it this way. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yes, it took 5 fives to make 25. So let me make my quarter or my nickels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our nickels are with what? 5 cents. You are right. So this is another way to make 25 cents. We have our 25 pennies worth 1 cent. We have our 5 cents or nickels. We're not done yet. Do you think you can make 25 cents with dimes? Yes, but this time you're going to have to add it together. You can't just have 2 dimes. What would that be? 10, 20. That'd be 20 cents. And you need 25 cents. So you would need to take 2 dimes and add it to a nickel. 10, 20, 25. Or you could do 2 dimes, 10, 20, and then 5 pennies, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Yes, so there's lots of ways to make 25. Money can go on and on and on and on, right? You can add up until there's thousands of pennies. But that's getting a little too advanced. So today I just want you to focus on your pennies, your nickels, and your dimes. And if you feel like you're ready, you can work on some of those quarters, some of these big quarters. Your activities that I've attached, there are 3 of them. The first, or one of them, is a mini reader. Yay! Another mini reader for your reading book bag. This time it's a cut and paste, and you're going to need to figure out the penny. It's going to show you how to write a penny in numbers like this, 1 with the cent sign. It's going to say the word penny. Then you're going to have nickels, which is the 5 cent. It's going to talk about dimes. It's going to talk about quarters. Oh, where'd my quarter go? Right here. And then it's also going to talk about 50-cent piece, which is a $half. Those are much more rare, so it's just an introduction, and that page is included as part of the book. So, first assignment. The next assignment is something I really encourage you to do, and it is just a simple money sorting map. Because the more you get familiar with seeing that this is a dime and this is a nickel and this is a penny, the more you're able to see the difference between them, the easier it is going to be for you to use your coins in money. So the sorting map, all you have to do is take your money jar or a handful of coins, and you're going to sort them out. Pennies over here, nickels, dimes, quarters. You can even go a little bit further, and then once you've sorted them out, you can count how many pennies you have. If you have 10 pennies, you're going to have 10 cents. If you have 8 pennies, you're going to have 8 cents. It translates 1 penny, 1 cent. Then you can do your nickels, and those you're going to count by 5s. If you have 2 nickels, 5, 10, you have 10 cents. Dimes, this little guy, 1 dime is 10 cents. So if you have 4 dimes, you'll have 10, 20, 30, 40 cents. So once you have sorted out your coins, you can actually count up how much money you have. When you get to the quarters, that's a little bit harder, so ask a sibling or a caregiver to see if they can help you count the bigger change. Then the last thing I have is super fun, and it is a game that you can play with pretend money, and it's a grocery shop game. So what you get to do is look at different items in a grocery store, and it's going to tell you how much they cost, and you're going to need to figure out what that looks like. I suggest that this game be played with your whole family, or especially big siblings, because you're probably going to need to get past coin money and into paper money, dollars, $5, probably just dollars. And the easiest way to do that is borrow some money from a game like Monopoly, or run to the dollar store. They have money that you pretend paper money that you can use, or if you're really lucky, maybe you can use a few real dollars. But some of the grocery store items that you're going to be shopping for in the game require a full paper money, paper dollar. So that is a much higher concept or harder concept. So let's see if we can get your whole family to play, because we've only gone up to 25 cents here. So, but it's a really fun introduction, and money is understanding money, counting money is a concept that's actually really, really important, and you're going to use it every day in your life. When you go to the grocery store or shop online, it is an important concept. So I hope that makes sense. I know that was a quick interview, but what a fun thing to work on. Money is always a fun math concept. All right, kiddos, before I let you go on Word Wednesday, I will read a little bit more about our plants in our plant book. I have it right there, but we kind of ran out of time today, so I will read it a little bit on Wednesday. But a quick check on the caterpillars. They're still hanging out in their chrysalises, and if I look, I won't take you over there because I know it gets a little crazy and wobbly. They haven't really changed color much, so we're going to just have to wait and see. And the chrysalis that had kind of a wound or a gash in it, it seems to be hanging in there. We're just going to have to wait and see how it affects the butterfly as it emerges. I was also very excited to hear that some of you, at least a couple of you, got your own caterpillars and are watching them grow. Such an exciting thing, and it's actually a beautiful transformation to watch. And I can't help but think how amazing our God is, that can take such a small, hairy thing and turn it into a beautiful flying butterfly. So I'm glad that some of you guys get to do it, and if you didn't, that's okay, because we're doing it right here. Thank you to Ethan, who uploaded a few more of his journal writes with Pete, his pal. He has been playing Legos with him, and Ethan's Pete was introduced to Ethan's caterpillars, which was fun to see. So I can't wait to see you guys again on Wednesday. Have a great day, and we will see you then. Bye, guys. Bye.